There we go. You're on this one.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Right, if you've never, well, for those of you who've never seen me on my YouTube channel, you can catch me live here. So, for those of you who've never seen me before, I do stand-up comedy and I do impressions. So, it's just stuck around there, is it? I don't know. Right. So what it is, I do a bit of comedy first, so I'm going to do impressions. So, so this one? Thank you very much. Right, that's better. I'm a bit more free to, yeah, I felt a bit constricted there, you know. Could have been worse, could have been wrapped around my neck, couldn't it? Anyway, yeah. Right, so I've been thinking this week how crazy it is people write to these serial killers in prison, you know. It's always the women, isn't it? Or it appears to be. Where, I mean, for some reason, there were, you know, Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper. I mean, why write to him? I mean, you know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? I mean, what they're saying, please marry me and I'll be your next victim. You know, it does make you wonder, doesn't it, what the logic is behind it. I mean, they'll be like me, right to Rose West. I'm thinking of having a patio. Have you got any ideas, love? I mean, she'll probably write back saying, well, if you've got a couple of children, put them under the patio, and that'll remind me then to send the 2 pictures out to her saying, no, look, I think you got the wrong idea, man. Would you want this one or this one? You know, so it's really crazy, isn't it? And, you know, I mean, I tell you what, I had a bit of a rough upbringing myself. I mean, when I was born, the midwife slapped my mother across the face. And when I was being christened, my dad said to the vicar, are you supposed to hold him under the water that long? And it didn't stop there. I mean, back in my school days, I was a teacher's pet. She kept me in a cage. And she says to me, one day she says to me, Glenn, for the last week or so, you haven't given me any reasons like you always do for the last couple of years or so. Can you tell me why you haven't? And I says, sorry miss, the rabbit died. So, yeah, and when I was at school, there was this agoraphobic skinhead. He says, oi, you, inside. He says, geography. I said, don't you mean our history? He said, don't change the subject. And, you know, it's really weird. I mean, during geography class, there was, the teacher says, can anybody tell me where America is on this map? All the kids' hands go up. And she says, right, Sophie, she says, can you come and show me where America is on the map? So she comes along and she goes, it's there, miss. Well done, Sophie, right, go back to your seat. Now, class, can anybody tell me who discovered America? I put my hand up and I said, Sophie did, miss. So, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, how there's all these tales from school. I mean, it wasn't like Grange Hill, was it? I mean, does anybody remember Grange Hill, yeah? Yeah? Grange Hill, yeah. Yeah, I remember. Characters like Zammo on it. Yeah, unfortunately, some of the cast members are no longer with us. So anyway, right, I'm with some impressions now. Now I do a lot of the Family Guy impressions, and I've actually got two impressions that have been endorsed by celebrities who I've met. So. Obviously, Kenneth Williams was endorsed by the late Penelope Fielding, who was in Carry On Screaming. And yeah, she played his sister in that film. And you could probably catch it one day on ITV3 or ITV4. And also there's the other one is Boise. I do the Boise impression. Yeah, I've met the late John Challis who played Boise, and he endorsed it. I mean, next time I met him, his on-screen wife Marlene was Sue Holderness, and she endorsed it as well. So I even got to do the line. So what I'll do first, I'll do the Kenneth Williams one for you, because she actually. Penelope Fielding asked me to have a conversation with her in the voice of Kenneth Williams. So I did. I did the typical old matron bit, you know, but... So, it's pretty good. Oh, matron, no. It looks like we're going to have it off. Matron. And, of course, the Boise one... the Boise impression is a bit loud, so it's a bit. Morning, you daft tart. And there you go. That's the Boise one, and you know they both loved that. And of course, when I started doing impressions, one of the very first ones was Frank Spencer. You know, do you remember some of the two of them? Yeah. And then a little bitty.
That was funny, I know.
I'm a man. So anyway, so we got that, and of course, I started doing Star Wars characters. I do 4 Star Wars characters. Yeah, 2 on the side of our side, and 2 from the Empire side. And of course, I've recently discovered I can do C-3PO, which is, I'm C-3PO. Yeah. But obviously that one is one for me to practice with. But before that I do our regulars. Now when we were doing the debate about Brexit and leaving Brexit, well, I've been doing open mics in Stafford recently, but up until about 3 months ago. And then Rocket Bolts didn't want me, that's their loss anyway. But anyway, so I've come here to do it. And anyway, the 4 impressions were Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Alec Guinness version. There was the Yoda, and on the Empire side, Darth Vader, and also Emperor Palpatine. So yeah, you hear a lot of impressionists do Darth Vader, but not many do the Emperor, do they? So here it is, because when the Brexit debate went on, the Empire was the EU, and of course, yeah. So, but I'll do it now as it is today. These are not the droids you're looking for. No. Move along. Yeah, well, it could have been Frank Spencer. These are the droids you're looking for. Move along. No, but there you go, that's a Frank Spencer version, isn't it? So, then there was Yoda. Talks backwards, I do. Yoda. So, and of course, there was Darth Vader, isn't there? haven't said anything yet. So you've had phone calls from me before, have you? Right.
It's called calls. Lovely.
For Christmas, Luke Skywalker is having an action man with retractable hands. I forgot the PlayStation bit. He's having a PlayStation 5 and an action man with retractable hands. I know this, for I have built his presents. And also, you got and can you imagine it when Anakin Skywalker has been become Darth Vader? You know that scene where he goes, "Rise, Lord Vader." Well, that's because he's been doing one of them Viagra tablets, and it's "Rise, Lord Vader." That's right. But I tell you what is scary, people love the Hannibal Lector impression.
Oh, God.
Hello, Clarice. I recently had a Labour representative come round. I ate his liver and with some fava beans and a nice glass of Chianti. So those are the album must be wearing enough of his standard strooping. Right. I'm glad that's all that's strooping. Anyway, right. While I'm here, I'll do many impressions. Have you got any ideas?
Well, you said you do Family Guy.
Family Guy. Ah, right. Any characters from there that you'd like? Pardon? Stewie. Stewie. Oh, I'll do her bit next. Stewie is the one that you like. I'll tell you what, I'll do her bit first because there was one episode where Stewie told him to impolitely go away, wasn't there? So, so here we go. It's like, oh, hello. Oh, there's a nice little baby here. Yes, hello, man. You pervert. You pedophile. So there you go. But Stewie Griffin is what I do. Isn't that right, Brian? Oh yes, yes. So difference in the Cool Whip. Somewhat. Cool Whip. Say cool. Cool. I'll say whip. Whip. I'll say Cool Whip. Cool Whip. I give up. I mean, of course, you got Quagmire, haven't you? Giggity, giggity. Yeah, so, and of course, there's other characters there. Anybody else you like? Peter. Yeah, Peter Griffin. You know what grinds my gears? Yeah. The wake mentality. Yeah, that's what grinds my gears. I mean, of course, there's the newsreader. You know the newsreader, how he sort of goes along, doesn't he? And Tom Tucker, he goes something like this. And now it's over to Trisha, Asian reporter Trisha Takunawa. We are here today in Cohag on Spooner Street. And now there's panic because there's this gentleman by the name of Cleveland who is there and is also with Peter Griffin's son Chris. I'll tell you something now. My wife Loretta, she's the only person that speaks in stereo. I get it in both my ears, you know what I mean? Oh, that's nothing, Cleveland. You should see that evil monkey that lives in my closet. Of course, that's a visual impression, isn't it? So, and that's it. It's time for me to wrap up and go. So, in the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.